this for them get money bitches, man. You know what I mean? I can't judge y'all. However y'all get that money, I salute you, baby. Know that. See, I met her at Magic and I don't go there often in it. Think she can have it all, she gotta do it calm and she go to school by day. But see, at night she work at honest. You can't judge who she is, do anything to get that.
Okay, so I'm gonna do my labor and delivery story. So I went in for my checkup right before 40 weeks, my 39 weeks checkup. Um, I had high blood pressure. I look like a bird. But I had high blood pressure when they checked it, and when they first did my urine sample, I had protein in my urine, so that kind of set up an alarm. And then the doctor went ahead and did the visit normal. He checked to see if I was dilated. I wasn't at all. He did a sonogram just to check because I had always, the whole pregnancy, I was like right borderline on preeclampsia. If you don't know what that is, it's like high blood pressure during pregnancy, which can cause like other complications and stuff. So after he did the sonogram and everything, he had me lay down because sometimes that can help with high blood pressure, and he checked my blood pressure again, and it had actually gotten higher. And so he had me pee in a cup again just to check my urine again. And I'd started out with 6 plus protein, and then it went up to an 8. And so he right away had me go to the hospital because he was about to be off. And so if something was to happen, on-call doctor would he would I would have to go with that. And so I drove myself over there, checked myself in. I called my mom. They admitted me, and then they decided that my blood pressure had gone down a little bit, but they started to worry about the protein in the urine. So they admitted me into the hospital, and then checked me for a little bit, and then decided that they were just gonna do a urine collection because they had run like my blood tests and all kinds of other tests, and that they had came back fine. Um, so I did that, and then the next day I had to collect my for 24 hours. I had to collect my urine. Anytime I peed, I had to like pee in this little pan thing that goes on the toilet, and then pour that into the thing that they gave me and put it in the refrigerator because it had to stay cool. And then I took that back that morning, and then they made the decision that they were gonna induce me on the next day, which was Sunday. And then sorry, I was pausing because my mom's on the phone and I didn't want to be loud. And then so I came in Sunday when they were gonna induce me. They right away got me prepared and everything. They hooked me up to the heartbeat monitor. They gave me Pitocin. And to kind of start things going, they kept checking me. Nothing was happening at all. Sorry, I'm watching these fools. Like, look at this. Um, and like I have some back problems and stuff, so like they would not let me move for shit. Like, I couldn't get up, I couldn't move, I couldn't sit up, I couldn't twist, I couldn't turn, I couldn't roll over. Nothing. So I was in excruciating fucking pain. And so, you know, like, I was talking to the doctor, and because Pitocin, well, okay, Monday morning, they were giving me double Pitocin, and nothing was still happening. Like, they kept putting it higher and stuff. Nothing was happening. So then Monday morning, doctor came in, and I had just about had it because they wouldn't let me fucking move. And so my mom and the doctor and my grandma were there, and they decided to go in to do a C-section. So they rushed me in. For a C-section, you have to still get, like, the needle in your spine, but they don't leave it in there. They just stick you and then take it out. Well, they stuck me 4 times before they could get it right. And then my mom was in the room. My boyfriend was trying to hurry up and get there. And then during the C-section, I actually, like, got really, really sleepy and couldn't keep my eyes open. And so my mom was, like, talking to me, trying to keep me awake. And then the anesthesiologist, like, leaned over because my mom started questioning why I was so sleepy and, like, I was, like, hallucinating and stuff. And he was like, the medicine's not supposed to do that. And so he checked, and he was like, oh my god, her oxygen is dropping low. So then, like, I guess they started rushing or something, and then she finally they were about to get her, and then I started hemorrhaging, and so that turned into, like, a bigger problem, and then they started rushing. They finally got her out, and then they immediately rushed her out of the room. Like, they didn't even want to let me see her. So my mom asked them to put her next to me so my mom could get a picture. So my mom takes a picture. They rushed her out, and my mom asked me, you know, just because of what was going on, if if I wanted her to stay there with me or go with the baby. I told her to go with the baby, of course. You know, if something happens to me, you know, fine, but go with the baby. And then next thing I know, I'm in this big old room with, like, curtains, and it's, like, all the people who had just gotten out of labor or whatever, and they're doing the hour, they called it something, the hour or something, but it's, like, where you sit there for an hour until you come off the medicine that they give you. And I would look like a fucking crackhead going through withdrawals. Like, I was shivering, I was turning purple. It was bad. And then Dean got there, and he was there, and they brought her in, and they let him hold her. They didn't want me to hold her yet just because I was so shaky and jittery and all over the place. So, then they moved us into our room, and things kind of went well from there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. They did end up giving me staples instead of just, like, the sticky tape shit for your incision. So I did get staples. But that's it. Then I was in there for 2 days, which is pretty mandatory. I got out Thanksgiving Eve, right before the day before Thanksgiving. But that's it. I had amazing nurses. There's this one nurse who was just perfect. She's actually, because they wanted to keep me until Thanksgiving. Like, they didn't want to send me home until the day after Thanksgiving. And she's actually the one who convinced the doctor and helped me get able to go home for Thanksgiving. So yeah, that's my labor and delivery story. Because I didn't go naturally and my water didn't break and stuff, it's not that exciting. But it is exciting because I had this little chunky monkey. It looks just like her dad. Carried her for 9 months for her to come out looking like her dad. But yeah, so that's it. Thank you for watching. Sorry I look like I'm homeless. I'm also sick. So apologies now. But so yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do whatever the fuck you want. I really don't give a fuck. So yeah.